Today, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to import spreadsheets into Microsoft SQL Management Studio. There are two different methods and then also some ways that your import can fail. Let me jump on my computer and let's do this together. So for this tutorial, you could have your own spreadsheet ready to go, or you can download one online. I'm going to show you guys a website that I can download spreadsheets from called Baseball Reference, which has baseball stats for different players, both active and retired. I'm going to grab the stats for Nolan Ryan, some named after him, and I have a giant poster with him in the background. Now, the way I can grab it on this website is I go over here to share and export. You can get table as CSV. So watch what happens with that. You have all of this data, and then you can either import it directly into Excel, or you can throw it into a notepad file, kind of like this, and then save it as a CSV. So this is what it looks like if it's in a notepad file. And then this is what it looks like if it's in a specific spreadsheet, which actually looks a lot better. And before we actually import it, I do want to share a few things with you guys that are going to possibly cause errors or annoy you in the database. So first, having this blank row, I don't like it. So Nolan Ryan didn't play professionally in 67. So if I'm going to work on this in the database, I'd rather just delete it and go from 1966 straight to 68, or put 1967 in here and just fill out the basic information, put zeros for everything else. Also, you're going to have some errors because on this first column over here, we have years and it goes from 1966 through 93. But then you have strings like 27 years, 162 games, Houston, and all the different teams that Nolan Ryan played for, which ruins this specific column because if I was going to map this correctly, I want to have this as an int. And you can see the same thing with age, right? I would want to have this as an integer, and it gets ruined at the bottom. So in my eyes, I'd rather just delete all this right now just to clean up the data and make it a lot easier, and just go through everything and make sure that the data types line up specifically with how would want them to be. We have our specific row right here, which maps down below with these columns. So like year, age, team, league, wins, losses, win-loss percentage, and different things like that. So if this looks all good to you, it should be ready to go. So I'm just going to save this as a CSV. It's really important you save it as a CSV because that is how we're going to import this into our database. So save it. I already have this, but I'm going to overwrite it. And with that out of the way, we can start importing. Now, there is one error people do make. So if you go over here to databases, you can see I built one for YouTube, but a lot of people just build out stuff within the system databases over here, master, model, MSDB, or temp. The problem is you don't have all the specific options. So like you see if I right over here, right click YouTube, you see how many different options I have on here, right? And then I go over to tasks, I can import flat file or import data, which are two different methods that are pretty easy to import a spreadsheet in here. If I go to master and we go to tasks, you can see that like we have import data, but there's not a lot of different stuff here. And even this over here is very limited. So make sure you build out a specific database. Super easy to do. All you have to do is right click over here and click new database. And you maybe want to have it as tutorial or however else you want to have your data within here. I just created a one for this tutorial called YouTube to make it much easier for you guys. So, and also I should mention before we import in this spreadsheet, make sure you close it because if it is open, you're not going to be able to enter this into your database. So close that out and we are ready to go. So what I'm going to do over here is go to tasks and I'm going to go over to import flat file. You're going to get this wizard over here. So just click next on this first screen. Location of the file to be imported. Let's grab this. So I have Nolan Ryan right over here. And then you can name your table however you want. I'm going to name this Nolan Ryan career stats. And then table schema, I'm going to keep it as DBO. Click next. Then you're going to get a preview of the specific data. So you can see that once we cleaned up the junk, this spreadsheet looks way better. So good to go on my opinion. Click next. Then you can modify the columns. So you have your different data types on this side of things. So like you can see years, a small int, age is a tiny int, team is an NV varchar. In my opinion, you can just make this a normal varchar. Let's say like a varchar of 50. We don't need all these different characters. League as well. We don't need all of those. I'll just name this as a varchar of 50. But you can really go down here and modify this how you specifically want to. And if you want to have a primary key or allow null values in specific years. Now, like baseball wise, You could allow null values in different years if a player is hurt. I'm not going to go through here and do all of that just for this tutorial. Or like a primary key in this table, maybe you would want to do a specific year. If there's other Null and Ryan tables you would want to link over to. It just kind of depends specifically how you're building out your database. But for this one, I'm not going to set a primary key for this table. So next, and then it's going to give you all the information over here. So name, my server, desktop name, table name, then the file that's going to be imported. Click finish. And then it says operation is complete. So that's awesome, right? So click close on here. And the first thing I'm going to do is click this refresh icon. And then we should have this under tables. So we go over here to tables and we have Null and Ryan career stats. So if I go over here and just do select top 1,000 rows, you can see all of this data has now been imported and I can grab whatever I would like now. So let's just build out a new query. We'll grab this table over here, right? So youtube.dbo, Null and Ryan career stats. So what I'm going to do is select star. We're going to grab it from. Have this over here. And we're going to put where. And our first column, I believe, was just a year. So let's say year is 1975. Year equals 1975. And then what's going to happen? We run this, as you see, specifically that year only showed up. And now you can start querying through all of this data. Now, I do want to tell you guys one other thing as well. Sometimes this will show up as all red or an error. That's just because of your cache on here. So all you have to do is go over here to edit IntelliSense, and then all you have to do is refresh local cache, and then this will go away as an error. It didn't show up for me this time, but it does sometimes happen. But that is the easy way on how to import a spreadsheet. I'm going to show you guys also a second method now. Okay, so for number 2, we're going to go back to this YouTube database. We're going to go over here to tasks, and then we're going to go over to import data. Now you get another wizard, so we can just skip this first page. Data source, you want to make sure that you choose a flat file source, and then choose our specific file. So again, go down over here. I'm going to choose CSV, Sandy Koufax, and drag that in over here. All this populates, right? Then go over here, just make sure that your row and columns look good. This looks fine to me, right? Everything's good. No weird data on this side of things. Click next. And then you want to choose your destination where you want to have this at. So I'm just going to go over here and do Microsoft OLE DB provider for SQL Server. Then it has our specific server name and then also our database. Authentication wise, I'm just using window authentication. So click next on that side of things. And this will take probably about a minute or so. So once that finishes, you can see over here where it says source and then your destination. You can edit mappings if anything is wrong, but this looks good to me. So I'm going to click next, and then you can run immediately or save it to the SSIS. I click run immediately. So click next, and then it says click finish to perform the following actions. It shows you how this is going to be built out. So click finish. And then it's going to show you all these different tasks, right? So initializing, and all these look like good right over here. So let's click close. Again, like last time, let's click this refresh over here. And now let's go into our database. So we go over here to tables and look at that. Sandy Koufax is here. So select top 1,000 rows. And this has been populated within the database. Now you see how all of these are red. It says invalid column name. Remember I showed you earlier, so go to edit and then go IntelliSense and then refresh local cache. And now all of that red goes away. Run this again, right? Execute. And just to make sure that this works as well. So let's build out a brand new query. So select star, and we already copied over that from. We're going to say where year equals 1960. And then execute this over here. And you can see 1960 season for Sandy Koufax. He went 8-13, which is not his best year. This was before he became the dominant pitcher in the National League and continued to win the Cy Young Award. Anyways, that is it. 2 different ways on how to set this up. Hope this video was helpful. If you learned something new, make sure to subscribe. It does help the YouTube channel and also the algorithm. By the way, if you're trying to get into MS SQL, I built out a full hour-long tutorial tutorial right over here. Some of the different stuff I learned my first 2 years as a data analyst.